G'day fellas, g'day commanders, welcome back to Supreme. We are currently playing in the eco position. We're actually quite far down on this one, so we're very fortunate that we actually got it, because it does seem to be a bit more contested recently. We've asked for a light transport, as well as our metal, but we have been advised that Swamp Turtle is planning to go for an early bombing run, so it may be a little bit late. So I'm just thinking with regard to the way that we're going to play, we're going to look to try and take advantage of that fact. Well, not advantage of that fact, but play around that fact. And make sure that we are limited on the amount of wins that we actually go for. So we will open with 9, but we will look to reclaim them, and we're also going to make sure that we reclaim our bot as well, because it will be a struggle actually getting our first advanced mechs out, which is what our goal is. We want to try and get that advanced mechs out, and here I think we can probably just go for a 3-wind opening rather than going into 4 wins, just simply because wind is at 19, and that means we should be fine to be able to get this first construction bot out. That's the main goal that we're going for, is getting that construction bot out. Let's turn this up a little bit. And yes, so our front is quite high OS. Their front is also high OS. We've got DRM that's on the front. So now we're going to make sure that we pump this out. We'll come down here, grab that. That's in a good spot. And bring you back here. So the goal is still going to be that we are able to get our T2s up at a reasonable time. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Swamp Turtle's going to reclaim lab, and then he'll give us our metal, but there's no guarantee that it comes in even before 5 minutes. So we're just going to have to be very aware of that and look to try and... actually, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we don't even bring this down here. Maybe we just look to get our first initial 3 up. Oh, that was a misclick right there. That was a bad misclick right there. That changed our positioning here. So we're...
You're low on power.
Indeed, we are low on power, so let's get those up like that instead. Wind is down to 8, which is not pretty. We'll just bring you over here initially and then come down and just hope that the wind is going to be picking up. We're at 7.2, 7.3. Now, he hasn't asked for a T1 con, but he just said he wants a T1 con. That's the way I'm interpreting that. As when you just send metal over to your ally, there's a good chance that you want something for that metal. So, oh gosh, that timing. Unfortunate right there. Okay, so we've got 2 options. We can just, I think, you know what? We're going to be fine with regard to our... It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. It's okay. We'll be fine. I'm just going to hand this one over to him right here and just say, let's do this. And Swamp Turtle, there you go. And we'll come grab that. He is building this. And let's put this over there instead. Okay, that should be fine. And then we can reclaim this worst case scenario. Let's actually get you to fill that out. Okay. Front's looking good. Looks like we've got a scout behind. Unfortunately, the bot went the wrong way, the long way. We need to get some of that energy back online. Down to 6.3 energy, so really not having a good time here at this early stage in the game. I think Commander might need to blow a little bit later than what he normally does. You can eat all the trees and then we'll blow. Okay. What is this, by the way? Yeah, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Before we overflow, though, because we're about to overflow, we're at 15%. We might want to put a little bit of energy into... a little bit of metal into this. And Commander, you can stay alive for the moment. And get ready to blow that Commander. Here we go. Put him out on the edge right here. Hopefully that doesn't hurt the mechs. A little bit. No, not anything at all. Cool. All right. So not a bad little start here, just considering the fact that we do not have metal that's come in. No bomber this game, or I bomb you bigger. Okay, there's our light trans. He's got metal in the bank. We'd be happy to take the metal. Let's just get ready to move this over. Let's try and... we'd want to take every little bit out of this that we can. 42. A little bit more. 31. Oh, playing with fire here, Drongo. 4 metal. 4 metal. We got it. 4 metal. Oh. Okay, so running out of energy at the moment. So let's just bring this back. Yeah, we need power. Is everybody... yeah, you're eating, you're doing, and you come to there, please. So I think we just want to tap these initial 3 for the moment. Did he pay us metal? He hasn't paid us any extra metal. Let's go down here. Okay, there's the metal from pond. Lovely. So let's go ahead. We'll do this and put you in. Is that gonna reach in time? I don't know if that's gonna reach in time. I'm gonna go give him a tick like this. Wonderful. You can wait. So we're still gonna give it over to air, even though he hasn't paid us at all, which feels a little bit sad in a way, because it's like, he's kind of scamming us. And let's make sure we build this one first. And now we want to get that T2 out for waiting payment. Waiting payment still. Did that? Yeah, I did. Swamp turtle, there we go. All right, so he's eating his comm. Hopefully that's going to be enough to, yeah, to give us metal. Wonderful. We're getting sucked out on energy here. So this is always the trouble when people ask for early T2s. When you go for a rush like this, is we don't have the energy to support it. It's only at 10.3 at the moment, so makes it really difficult because this costs 6,900 energy. And it's like, these bad boys here are 7,700. So this really, really hurts us. But at the end of the day, I mean, what can you really do, right? If they're paying that early and they're wanting it that early, then we kind of have to give it to them, right? And that really hurts us because we're 6 minutes and 5. This should be up and finished right now. But we just gotta kind of play. We're not necessarily like slaves. I don't want to use that term. But we very much have to play optimally around what our allies are giving us and what our allies want. So that's essentially it. So let's move these both down here, and then we'll move this guy across. So that should be able to touch. So yeah, you can see everyone needs energy at the moment. It's not just us. The whole lobby, the whole team is really crying out for energy. I mean, we could make more energy. That's the other thing, right? Like technically, it's at 4.5 right now. So like, what we could do is, I wish there was a way to make that prioritize that movement. Do this. You can see how much we're struggling here. People send the metal, but the metal's not the trouble. It's the energy. Look at the metal. We're at 1285. Like we're fine on metal. Cool. All right. So get that energy back up, and you can see while we're working on the energy is going to come back up. So just don't let that decay. We can probably even just finish that for now. Get these working back up. We got ourselves a little bit of a bombing run coming through. It doesn't do too much. I'm just going to ping it out just a couple more times. We could put this down, but there's no way it makes it through. There's no way. Okay, let's now start work on this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he's got his, so we need 2 more advanced constructors and ours. So that's what we've got. Oh, that's what... Are you guys... Oh my gosh. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so not a bad amount of wind here. Let's make sure these guys are set up perfectly as well. So something like that, and we'll get you down over here, and you can help build. Now, I don't actually know what our like overall overarching strategy is going to be here. Nice bombing run here, because there's a lot of different ways that we can play this. And we got green on the south. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We can't really do it. I can try. I'm going to try for a bit of a cheese here. Okay. T2 3. Okay. Okay. Tell wind. I'm saying like, okay, well, tell the wind that like, I would like to give my allies a T2 today. Right? Like that would be nice for the wind to help out with. Okay, so I'm going to reveal like a little bit of a strategy. I don't think I've actually revealed it on the channel yet. I was going to say, I'm kind of creative when it comes to these strategies. I just find out these really weird things. I'm like, hold on, this could be really nice. So that's what we're going to do here today. We've got a lot of build power up here. So let's move some of this build power back when we actually do this. We'll also build a second one of these. Still got quite a lot of metal in the bank here, the consequence of having that poor wind. And I'm thinking about actually starting or trying a different build, one that doesn't rely so much on that, but that's probably for another video. And this guy is going to come out over here. He said C is lost. Oh, yeah, sorry. We got to move these back first. So let's move these back. And now what we can do is we can start working on this, but we need to start, we need to work on our scaling. So let's bring that, and then you can come out here, and then you can come back. Okay, so we're doing fine on this front. Let's bring these down. And we're going to eat the reclaim and then come all the way down with these winds. Can we just spam out a whole bunch of butlers for the moment? Because we do want to scale. That's the other thing to note. Now, often when you're thinking about going for like a platypus attack, one of the things that I feel is a bit of a mistake is that there's actually a much better way to do it than what we're doing right here, right? If we were going to go into platypus, there's actually a better way. So I'm going to show you what that better way is today, hopefully. Well, wait, we'll see. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. Let's bring some of our constructors up. They can finish that one because we're going to need them very, very soon. Actually, we're going to need them right about now. So what are we going to do? We're going to grab 6 construction types and an air lab. And you're about to see as long as we're available. Yes, we're available. So let's go ahead and just put all of these wins in first. Oh, enemy's leaving. That's one of their good players. Yellow. Oh, he's getting com-walked. He's getting com-walked. He's building nanos here so early. Oh, Apex, you're so annoying, dude. Go away. It's like, it's 10 minutes and he's building nanos in the back line. Go, Apex, come off it, man. Oh, gosh. All right, we're going to reclaim these. It's going to be a slow reclaim. We'll also get a storage down. You can't blame the guy. You can't blame the guy for doing a little bit of reclaim. Or rather, a little bit of nanos right there. We're going to put this up just to, like, tell him, hey, don't you dare even think about coming, like, closer to here. Like, that's where you're going to go. Okay, so we've got that one coming up here. Wonderful. We'll do that. Suck all these guys all out. And can probably do that right there. Okay. And these guys can come down too. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go ahead and grab those as well as an aircraft. We're at 11 minutes here. So for this timing, I'm going to... can you guys make sure you do that? We only need one of these. And you need to move over to this side just because we're about to grab all of these guys here. Lovely. Can we also grab that one? Oh, if we got one extra, we got one extra. Okay, look, we'll take it. Let's head down over to the island. Hopefully he's still not building on there. Wonderful, he's not. And then you can start reclaiming. And bring you down here. Arm is tough for me. Indeed. It can be a bit tough when you're playing with something that you're not used to. Okay, we've got the constructor up here as well, which is just going to be chilling for the moment. He can even go help build out some wins. And let's put... We don't actually... I was going to put down a blocker just so that people can't see that we're here, but we don't actually need to do it. Okay, and you can come down over here as well. So this is how I like to do my pelican attacks now. So not only are we now closer to the enemy... Oh, that's so annoying. Not only are we closer to the enemy, but we are also going to be doing this much more effectively. Or not effectively, but cheaper. So that's essentially the goal here. Let's make sure we eat that. We've also got quite a bit of... Oh, do we want to... Let's not reclaim that just yet. Just because we're about to reclaim this as well. So we can go up to... I think 3 voyages is probably fine. And... We also want to do just a couple of nanos just to start us off. And then some here. And then some here. And then some like that. Oh, that's awkward, isn't it? Because they're all building the nanos. So we need to focus on this so that we can reclaim. Com walking. Just going to ping it out a couple more times. The beamers are there. So a decent amount of beamers as well. Okay, so that should be fine. Let's move you on to your next project. Wonderful. So we're scaling behind here, right? Like we're doing a decent job of scaling back home. So that's lovely. We don't really have to worry about that. And at the same time, we're also going to be doing a pelican attack. So we want to attack with pelicans. We want to attack with a lot of pelicans. And we want it to be pretty close to the enemy when we do it. So let's make sure that we actually can. Looks like the comm has been successfully deleted, denied, taken out. And now our strike force can begin. Let's also bring our slider down as well, just so we get a little bit more metal. And then we're also going to start eating the rest of these things, because we don't need all of them anymore. We should also have an aircraft in here. We do. So what we can start doing is eat all of these, because they're flying. Drongo, buy some wins, please. Oh, I don't want to sell. I hate selling people wins, but that's one of those things. How much do you want? Yeah, 720. Hetty, there you go. Drongo, please wins. Look here. What are we looking at? Okay, we're looking at that. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. They're going to see that. Oh, they're going to see us. Yep, they spotted us. Bombers. Hey, brother. How's it going? Okay, so they know about the attack now. So basically, we want to just attack as fast as we can. So we're gonna stop now, and everybody here is just gonna return back to what they were doing. So we're gonna eat these ships. Actually, these ships, arguably, we want to keep them. Kind of good. So now what we're gonna do is eat all of these. Make sure our pelicans are on the way. Or platypus. Platypus. And we kind of want to eat these as well. Oh, we need to eat this little guy. Let's make sure we do that. We just want to get all of our metal out. And now let's also start building back here. And we might want to get one of these down as well. But those aren't our ships. Okay, so platypus now coming on the way. We also want to grab these. Where's our plane? Let's make sure you're also doing that. That's a pitbull over there. We got a nice little combo here. We got the salamander together. That's 3 pitbulls. We want to go straight through the middle if we can. Has he got spicy geo? Check if spicy, please. Now, I always like to go to the back line. The one thing we do have to be careful of, he looks like he's going to go to the geo, is the commander. That's the big thing. So what we want to do is we want to get a spread on right now. Look at the amount of metal that we've got. We just don't have the BP. So this is the Pelican attack at 16 minutes. There's the commanders. 1, 2. So we want to go around the commanders. Around the commanders. Do not get degunned by the commanders. Anti-nuke is here as well. So this Pelican attack comes very quickly. And that's part of the reason why it's so good. Focus down these units. We want to come in around like this. And that's what makes this attack so damn good, is it's very, very quick. Let's see if we can hit that BP. We got GG being called as well, and now we can hit the wins. We don't care too much about anything else. Meanwhile, back here, there's Molly doing his thing. And we're scaling behind this. I mean, to be honest, we could bring back... our... It was probably a smart idea to bring back our butlers to help with that, but like, you know, at this point, I think we've done pretty well here. We should be able to shut down these shurikens. Let's issue a fight command as well. So we've been able to hold on from that perspective. We've got a lot of metal in the bank here, so we need to be able to spend it as soon as we can. We didn't go into any fusions. I don't know how we're at 30. Oh, because wind has dropped. That's fine. Wind has dropped to 0. So let's bring that slider back up. Okay, so we've killed their 2 backline players. Let's see if we can kill him a little bit more. Get a couple of pelicans in here. And then we're going to split these guys up and kill them all from behind. Sorry, my friend. Oh, you got a nice advanced mechs over there. Let's see if we can't. Yeah, we can. Very nice. And then a couple of ticks in here. Let's see what else we can find. Let's put one up here. So we can just be very annoying here. We've got that coming up. Okay, that's more than enough, guys. That's more than enough here. Thank you. That's fine. That's fine. That's good. We got it. There was a nuke silo somewhere. There was a nuke silo. So we weren't even making any nukes. We knew we were going to kill them. There you go. So that's the little platypus attack I've been working on lately. I feel, and this is so much better, right? Because if you're building it up here, you got to remember, right? So if we think about it from the perspective, by the way, we got the most resources despite literally killing everybody. Most resources and the most things killed. So we're doing pretty well. I want to continue playing in this lobby, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to leave the lobby just for you guys, just right now, because I'm giving you some content. I want to watch the replay back, and I just want to talk about a couple things about why this specific attack is so much stronger than a normal Pelican attack. So let me pause the game while we load up. Okay, so we've loaded in. It took us a little bit of time, but we got here. So let's talk about why this is so much better than a normal Pelican attack. The Pelican attack normally, when you're... sorry, platypus. Oh my god, I gotta get it through my head. What do you need to make a platypus? You need a lab, a T2 lab. It's 2,900 metal. It's a lot of metal to be forking out. On top of that, you're gonna have nanos that are nearby or butlers that are building it up. There's a lot of metal that you're investing to build those platypus. But by doing this, what you're doing is not only are you removing the lab from the equation, in the sense that your lab is not there. So that's plus 2,900 metal that you now get, right? Because if we look here, you're spending 2,900 metal on the advanced bot lab. So now you've got that extra 2,900 metal to put into platypus. And now because you've got that extra metal to put into platypus, you can build more platypus, which is obviously a good thing. The more you've got, then you reach that critical mass. And once you're at that critical mass, you're much more likely to have success. So that's the whole concept. That's the whole idea. And then the idea is that we're going to be utilizing, we'll go through it a little bit and just talk about it. But maybe we can also just talk about the build and see whether or not there was anything better that we could have done. I think, oh, we need to do a lure reset. Damn. Let's do /lure UI reload. Let's do that. Otherwise, this will not go away. Okay, there we go. So we're all good. So I think we did pretty well on this opening. Our lab time, despite not getting any donation, is 407, and that was with bad wind. So that's pretty good. We do get a donation that comes through from Ender. I think it's about a little bit after this comes up, which is good, right? It's not a bad thing. And we can delay giving him the T2, right? But the trouble is if we do that, he's going to get upset. And I know he will get upset because he's sending us that metal early. And like, it's not like he's doing anything else with the metal, right? Look how high his sliders are. He's sitting on how much metal is bro actually on? He's spamming scouts towards middle. He's on 940 metal. It's not like that's really the case. But if we don't do it, he's going to get upset, and we don't want to upset him. We want him to be a gamer. So yeah, like, and we don't need that, right? 432 metal. You watch our metal. Actually, do we need that metal? No, we do need that metal. Never mind. So it definitely does help us out. But yeah, we're definitely optimized about just giving this over to air. So I guess there's a world where we didn't even have to really give it to Swamp Turtle. Like, we probably just could have given that, like, he didn't pay, right? If you're going to give us, actually, you know what? Yeah, I think that was the right call. I should have done all 4 mexes and then given this to him, because like, Swamp Turtle's basically getting the T2 for free. He's not. He pays us in the end, but he waits until his command is done. And don't get me wrong, like, he's doing a strat and everything, and I don't know, man. I'm in two minds, because I don't want my air player to be behind. If like, you look at their air player, right? He's over here. I mean, it's their lowest OS, but you gotta treat them with respect and assume that they know what they're doing. But like, he's got his T2 con already, and if you're at 7 minutes and you're behind, you know, Hugh. I mean, even then, it's not like he's really got the infrastructure to set it up. He's got some wins, he's got some build power, but he's still making bombers. Like, his main focus here is just on bombers. That was a mistake. From now on, if my ally says, hey, I'm making bombers, I'm going to say, okay, well, if the pond donates me metal instead of you, I'm going to give him the T2. I'm not going to prioritize you, because like, you made your bed, you can sleep in it now. If you want to go bombers, fine. It's the burden is on you to do damage to the enemy air player, and subsequently put them out of the game that your bombing run has now become worth it. Like, you don't get to have your cake and eat it as well. Like, we can't give you the T2 and give it to you for free. Because as you can see, it really did quite hurt us. But I think we would have been hurt either way, just because Energy was not really playing games with us today. So let's talk a little bit more about this strategy and about what makes it good. So the other thing is that the proximity. This only really works if your ally to the south has actually won C. You can technically do it if your opponent is still on the C, but they just haven't won yet. Like, as long as they're contesting and they're like out in this area, then technically you can do it. I will put the jammer down if they do that, but I have been interrupted before, and it makes it really hard, right? Because if they've got destroyers, they just kite you, and you're just going to lose so much units. You lose so much impact. They've seen your units now as well, so there's a part of me that's just like, yeah, just reclaim. Like, it's just worth it to reclaim. And so from this point, let's check in with the ally or the enemy eco player, see how they're doing. So it's OS 30, so definitely not a bad player by any means. He's got all 4 maxes up, wonderful. He's got his wins now coming up. Now keep in mind, this was a bad wind game, and when it's a bad wind game, you can't really use it as a point to benchmark. So he's definitely doing great. Let's compare the pair though. So he's sitting at 11k metal produced. We're at 15.5k. Have we reclaimed? We haven't even reclaimed yet. So we definitely got quite a bit of a jump on him with regard to our T2 maxes. That is for sure. We're up quite a bit of metal. And this is one of the things where it's like, if you can optimize your build well enough, the same way that we have here, that you can afford to make mistakes, you can afford to do silly things like the way that we're doing the platypus, and you could still kind of keep up with people that don't have those optimized builds. Even if they're good players, if their build's not optimized, you should be able to easily keep up with them despite doing that. So I didn't realize we made this many nanos. I normally only make 5, but here I've made 7, which is definitely too many. So yeah, I think with that much, you might even have trouble fitting them all down. So how many do we have? We have 6, and then the 7th one is going to come down. There's definitely an argument to be said about making sure that we prioritize these correctly. So we should have eaten this boat. We didn't eat this boat. And then we started making nanos before, and then we idled out. So we're probably losing about 30 seconds here. Maybe not 30 seconds, maybe like 10 seconds, something like that. We are getting nanos up. With nanos, you don't want to go too crazy with them, but one of the good things about them is, like, when you reach a critical mass like this of nanos, it's super easy to build them and super easy to reclaim them. So once you hit that 0 metal amount, that's when you want to start looking for other things to reclaim. Yeah, I don't like it when people ask to buy wins, mainly because, right, like, I'm going to give you these wins, and then at some point in the game, I need to build other things here. I guess it's fine, right? Like, oh, he's even calling out platies. How does he see platies? How do you see platies? Platies? Did he see my platypus? There's no way he saw my platypus. There's nothing here. Hold on. I'm going back. I want to watch it and see. How did he know? Okay, I've just reloaded up the game. I just want to, I want to see because, like, the idea is that this attack should remain hidden. Okay, so if we just take a look at the information that they know right now, they know that there's a T2 lab right here. Okay, now the question is, that's an Armada one as well. So there could definitely be platypus from this guy coming out. But we don't see that yet. We've just got Zeus's, or, sorry, welders that have come out at this stage. Okay, so now we're coming over here, and we're doing this. He still doesn't see anything. There's no radar. There's no coverage. He's got a little bit down here. Look here. So these are very clearly not platypus, right? Like these are ships, and this is your the beat or the GOC player. So he knows that. Okay, so we're speeding it up a little bit. They still have no idea. So what information do they have that there could be platypus? They don't know anything that's happening. Everything here looks standard because they have not scouted anything at this stage. The first time that they see it is when a fighter flies over, as far as I remember correctly. Hongi over there is going to die. By the way, Hongi makes the craziest blueprint I've ever seen. Just be aware of that. Okay, so we see the death cavalry right there.
Commander destroyed.
Oh, here we go. Oh, there's a Fink. Oh, there's a Fink. I just didn't see the Fink. Oh, he sees the Fink with the Fink. I didn't see that. Look at DRM straight on it, immediately calls it out. Okay, so that explains that. So he calls Platy. Yeah, I did not see that. That was well done by the scout to spot that. He was obviously looking for a way to come through, and then DRM obviously picks that up. So that was essentially it. So there's no real way that we can stop that, other than like the air player, or sorry, the GOC player having like some form of anti-air around here. But you don't really expect them to do that. That's not obviously. I mean, it's his obligation. It's his airspace, but we're not going to get upset at him. So despite us being caught with our hands red, our hands in the cookie jar, we're still able to pull it off quite well. And I think this is a game-winning move as well. Realistically, like this is quite nice for us. I think with our reclaim here, we got to change the order that we do this. And one of the things I will say right now, instead of reclaiming these, what I will do next time, I will reclaim the naval construction turrets, and then I will use these to bring the construction turrets back to the base, and then we'll rebuild back here. Because as you saw, we were stacking up like 12k metal, right? And the reason why we've got that much metal is because we've got so much energy that's converting over to metal, and we're not using any build power at all. So yeah, that's essentially it. Graceful in the chat saying Drongo op AA. Poor Graceful dude. He readied up and then the game unreadied him, and then he I think he went to the bathroom or something like that. He came back and he was kicked from the lobby, and I got his spot, dude. Oh gosh. You can see Swap Turtle saying Drongo saved us. Yeah, we did all right. This is a crazy amount of defense right here. It's 15 minutes. That's probably about right. It was a spicy geo, but like once again, it's this whole idea where it's like how many, like you could probably send 2 platypus in here and you'd kill this. I think he may have actually killed it. Refused to learn. So yeah, I think the primary thing that I'm learning from here is that we want to reclaim our naval construction turrets. These guys down here, we're going to go build advanced energy converters as well. They probably don't need to. I'm pretty sure they can build advanced energy converters, can they? No, they can't build energy. Okay, they were useless. Yeah, I should have reclaimed them as well. That's okay. It's a small little things. We'll learn them as we do more. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this strategy. It requires a couple things to go right, but like the truth is, either side could have done this. Okay, if we think about it, right? And that's the good thing. So if we look here, their GOC has won. If we look on our side, their GOC has won. So what's the difference maker? Well, we've got ourselves a whole bunch of eco scaling back here, even at this point in time, right? We're sitting at 6k. Energy, which is pretty good. 108 metal per second. That's a ludicrous amount of metal per second that we're sitting on, despite the fact we've not made a fusion, we've not made an APHIS. We're just scaling naturally with butlers. And how many butlers have we got? We have got 19 butlers. So a good amount of butlers. He was actually going for a nuke as well. So this is part of the reason why I didn't make anti-nuke, because I was thinking to myself, well, I don't need to make anti-nuke because we're going to kill this nuke if he's got it. I didn't even realize that was there. But yeah, he is sitting on, so he's 3k, so we're already double him, only 58 metal per second as well. So there you go. So we have 2 anti-nukes coming down within relative proximity of each other. And I mean, at this point, it's just, yeah, it's well and truly over. So I think we did very well with micro. I think if Molly had been stealth and just gone north instead, so what you want to do is you want to cover your angles. I mean, the trouble is if she's north, then we just go south, right? So this is where you kind of need like comms, where like Matt needs to come back here and then Molly needs to head north, and you just block with comms. And that's part of the reason why comms are so important, and it's exactly why we're so careful with this 4 metal left on the Armada Commander wreckage. So yeah. So now that his economy is pretty much dead at this point, there's no nuke that's going to be coming. Molly just casually letting all the platypus just kill her base. Sorry, Molly. She got pink though. That's a cool color. Cool color for Molly. And yeah, I mean, from here it's all like we just go into standard scaling from here. We've killed the main threat, right? The main threat is that. To be honest, the other main threat that you've got here is Orange. So Orange has got a lot of different things that he can do. If he goes into a flag, you just laugh at him. But I would say in this position, the best thing that he can do, he can go Salamanders or he can go Platypus himself. It's kind of getting a little bit late for it, so Salamander's probably the call. But like, think about this, right? He's gone T2. Look at all the T2 ships he's invested in. Huge amount of T2 stuff that's in here. How much metal are we talking? We're talking 7,500 metal. So these could all be Salamanders. And obviously we've seen the damage that the Salamanders did over here. There's no Spicy Geo. It's been reclaimed because he tried to do the Commander D gun. Didn't happen. But you could still come through. There's so much in here that you could absolutely light up. And it's like, what are we waiting for? Why do we have to wait? And he's a good player. He's always 39. But it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you scored the touchdown, but you don't need to, like, wait an hour to kick the conversion. Like, you can just go kick it right now. And that's essentially my thing. By the way, look at this guy. Look at this guy back here. Cheeky Apex. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to kill, so much to clean up. But anyway, that's it. So overall, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Platypus. I think it is the poor man's Marauder, but at the same time, it is the swift man's Marauder. You're out here, like, if we had waited to Marauders, we got nuked. That's the truth. And if we were waiting to Marauders, we would have got any nuke, but we weren't waiting to Marauders. So that's essentially it. Anyway, we'll leave it there. In the end, we were able to take the enemy out. How much were they sitting on? Kidro was on 31.5 metal, and we were on 60. We were double. So yeah, we're having a good game. Anyway, we'll leave it there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.